Now, in a special Newstalk series, we go on location with some well-known Irish people to their favourite spots around the country, in an eyeful.
Yeah, one of my earliest memories is somewhere around here, somewhere quite close to here, and it's wiping the snow off of a road sign in a snowstorm. What was it, 4, something like that. I'm sure whoever was driving the car, which would have been my father, knew where we were going, but it gives a kid a thrill to get out and wipe the snow off the sign. My name is Aidan Gillen, and I am an actor of some kind. I've appeared in various theatrical, television and film productions over the last 20 years, some of them good, some okay, but we are in Jamestown, County Leitrim, which is actually just under the Leitrim-Roscommon border. The reason that we are here is because it's one of my favourite places, which is something that I've only really come to realise recently. That thought only formulated in my head about a year ago when I was sitting on a bridge, on that bridge, at about 11 o'clock or midnight. I was brought up in Dublin in the 70s and 80s, which I loved and still do, but my mother is from Sligo. She left there when she was about 18, 19, and as a kid and right up through teenage years and that, I spent a lot of time in Sligo, maybe 6, 7, 8 or more visits a year, sometimes on the train, sometimes driving. And if we were driving, it was right around this point as we drove through the arches or pillars in Jamestown that my heart would start beating a bit faster, and I knew that we were nearly there. Generally, if we were driving, by the time we got here, it would be night, and you can't miss these 2 pillars. They're the gateway to the old town. And it certainly felt like that was the point where things changed, and it was, without wanting to sound too ridiculous about it, it felt like 2 different places, The one where you lived and you went to school and all that, which was fine, but the other, a more mysterious or magical kind of place where everything did seem different and heightened, and things looked different and felt different. And I think your senses, or my senses, seem to work in a different way, and maybe they just do when you're somewhere that you really want to be when you're a kid. And this seemed like the portal to that place. Did you catch anything else? What do you mean? A swimming pool? A sanctuary? For what? The perch? We're looking over the bridge here at my son and his cousin fishing for perch. They've already got a couple. And that's something I've done with my own father in that spot. In fact, this is probably maybe one of my fondest memories of the time I spent with my father. Definitely what I remember with the most contentment was being down there fishing, aged about 13, at night time at about midnight, with floats with glow sticks on the top. I was here last year, and what really surprised me was that my son Joe took to it instantly and just really felt something about this place that he liked. He felt happy here. I didn't say anything about even ever having been here before. You put a worm in the bucket?
Yeah, and then we made it into chum.
You made it into chum? Yeah, the river has this weir, so if you're going up and down on like in a boat, you have to go down the Jamestown Canal, which branches off just about half a mile up the river towards Carrick and Shannon, and there's a loch somewhere over to the west of where we are now. Conor McPherson's play The Weir, I think, was probably inspired by this very area. His grandfather, I think, if he didn't live in this town, lived somewhere quite close to here. I know that was his inspiration for writing that play. Was, you know, he'd come down here and his place is like steeped in all this folklore and stories, and it's just another world where the supernatural and fantastical is just interwoven with, you know, everyday existence in a way that you weren't getting growing up in modern Dublin. I'm not on a pilgrimage to this place. I'm not, you know. I'm passing through, which is all I ever did before. I don't know anyone here. I really don't know that much about it. I've never tried to get to know it any more deeply than I do, but probably because I don't feel I need to. I guess it's kind of the same in a way, and I guess that's why I'm here. I'm on holiday. When I said, like, last year I was sitting on the wall of that bridge, I felt very calm and relaxed in a way that I hadn't felt for quite a while. Now, I don't know why, or if it was anything to do with where I was or not, but like when I tried to put it together, the pieces were clicking in, that the memory about my father and about the signpost and one of my earliest memories, and the fact that I was there with my kid. There is a connection. It's pretty simple. I just feel relaxed and not too concerned with anything else. It's not a new discovery because I loved it when I was a kid. And I guess I still love it.
An Eyeful is a hand-around-the-world production for Newstalk, originated by Maud Hand. The reporter was Sarah Keating, and the programme was made with the support of the Sound and Vision Funding Scheme, a BAI initiative.